This is the car hauler trailer Type C in white from MiniGT, and today we are going to take a look at why this particular trailer bed is a very interesting and unique piece of release from MiniGT. Well, I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of questions in your mind, and I'm sure the first question is, Ridwan, where's the car? Why is it just a trailer? Well, this does not come with a car, and the reason why I'm checking this out today is because this is actually the first trailer in a collection. I've never had a trailer before, and I thought it'd be quite cool to check this out. Now, obviously, you guys remember this? I did a short YouTube short video or a TikTok video on this particular casting, which is a old school Land Rover, right? Which is right here. So we did a review on this before. I mean, it's a very nice casting, I gotta say. I do love this, and I always wondered why there was a little tow hook there, and I guess this is why. So now, unlike your regular Mini GTs, they actually have a icon to show the different features of this particular trailer bit right there. So you guys can see this is the car that I showed you, and this obviously it goes to the back. Now he has a rotatable I would say winch system right there. Obviously we've got a rams, which we will dive into a bit. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna dive right straight into the trailer. Boom, and check it out. So obviously when I took it out of the box, it had a protective piece right there, and there you go. The trailer is finally out. Now, I don't know if you guys want to call this like a hauler or a trailer. I personally would call it a trailer, just because it's more easier for me to talk about, to say trailer than hauler. But it's really up to you. Now, just a quick walkthrough. Obviously we've got this. Obviously I think the whole thing is just painted, right? But we've got like a wooden board texture right there. Obviously the gratings for where your wheels would go kind of have a bit more grip as well. The wheels, we've got 4 very skinny tires right there, 2 on each side. Obviously they do spin decently well, and like over here is the hinge system that I mentioned to you, right? So this does rotate. You're able to rotate, as you can see at the top. You can rotate to adjust the height of it, so this goes down, and so you can press it down, and then obviously technically the car is supposed to go up. And then obviously over here we have the ramps. Now for the ramps portion, right, it is a bit difficult. So for me at least, I gotta use a pen knife to kind of just wedge the ramps out a little bit, just like that. But once that's done, the ramps actually come out quite easily. Now then, obviously this is how you're supposed to load out cars. Now you guys can see I've got a wide assortment of cars in the background, and the reason why I actually have a few assortment is because I want to test out a couple of theories with you guys. Now, this is obviously a release from MiniGT, which means MiniGT cars should fit. Now, you guys know that releases like your cars like the Hot Wheels right here. These are 2 Hot Wheels, and we've got a Tarmac Works right here. The scales are slightly different. The scaling is slightly different, right? So I want to see if Hot Wheels or Tarmac Works can fit onto this trailer, and if they can, how does it look? Now, before we get into that, I'm just gonna show you how to attach this the Land Rover to this, and it's really quite simple. It's right there. You just gotta put it on. Once on, bada bing, bada boom. Check it out, and then obviously you can play around with it. And now, before I get into the cars, which is obviously the main thing, one thing I'm really impressed about this is the 90 degrees turn angle. And what do I mean by that? When you actually rotate the car and you wanna play, so because I was playing around with it, right? Check that out. So you can almost turn the car at almost close to 90 degrees. I would say maybe like at 80 degrees, right? Or 85 degree turning radius, which means curves like this particular road right here, you can actually do it very well. And if you want to play around with it, if you want to do some nice photo shoots, I think this is going to be very nice for that matter. Now, I want to answer one question, and that is, can different cars fit? Now what we're going to do, we're going to start with Mini GTs first, because obviously this is a Mini GT casting, so I think Mini GTs would go. Now, if you're wondering, does it go up the ramp? You know what? I'm going to get this S15 top secret right here, and we're going to try that exact thing out. Now, we have this. Obviously, it goes up, but right here, it's kind of stuck. It gets stuck, right? So you got to just lift the car up a bit, and then obviously it goes up. And over here, right here, we've got these 2 elevated platforms over which your tire is supposed to go to kind of lock the wheels in place. Technically lock them, and obviously all of these would go back up. So you know what, just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna put them back, because they don't really do much. I kind of feel like they're not as useful as it is. But this goes up. Obviously with that, you can bring around and you can play around with this. Now, because it's a MiniGT casting, right, the scaling looks proportionate. It looks nice. Both the Land Rover with the S15 looks nice. Similarly, we're gonna put this aside. Similarly, we have the S2000 right here. She fits on perfectly as well, and she looks nice. She looks decent. But, and I was actually playing around with this before, we have the RWB Porsche from Hot Wheels, right? The iconic RWB Porsche 930 right here. And I'm going to put this on the board right there. Now, a couple of things. First, obviously, she has a wide body kit, which basically means that her back fenders actually touch the wheel arches right here. So, although, you know, they do fit, it just doesn't look nice. You get what I'm trying to say? It looks very out of shape and disproportionate. Now, the other thing is scaling. You guys know that Hot Wheels and MiniGTs have slightly different scalings, right? And check that out. It does look like the Porsche is a lot bigger than the Land Rover, the Range Rover right here, right? And that's just something that I find very weird. Obviously, I'm not stating any fault. Same goes with the Elite 64 car. Check that out. I mean, they're both Land Rovers, Range Rover and Land Rover, right? But they just look so much different, disproportionate. I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna bring this Countach right here. Obviously, this is from MiniGT as well. It's the newer Countach from MiniGT, and she fits on perfectly as well. So I gotta say, like, you know, so this is something that only will kind of work for MiniGT castings. And then obviously the tarmac work, just for comparison's sake, we're gonna put the tarmac works Agera R right there, and the exact same thing. Now the Agera does fit, however, I gotta say, it still doesn't look exactly like the best. It looks a bit out of shape and disproportionate. And then lastly, the car that you guys love, the Hornet, we're gonna put her on right there. Obviously, because she has a extremely wide body right there, right? You guys can see she actually doesn't fit. The back end doesn't really fit well to the trailer itself. So, albeit, you know, this trailer is very interesting. It's a very nice thing to kind of add to your collection, into your dioramas and stuff. Not all cars fit. So at the end of the day, I think your best bet is to have a regular MiniGT casting to be put at the back of the trailer, just like this. But so that's the only thing that I wanted to kind of point out to you. I mean, if you guys want to get this, go ahead. I think this is a very good idea. And lastly, guys, the best part about this, and it's something they don't really talk about. So we've got some spare wheels, right, from the S15, that 10-tier set. We've got a wheel rack right here. Check that out. We can actually have tire racks on the trailer as well. There you go. You know, and you can put the car on. Obviously, you know, like you've got spare tires and you can drive around in the trailer. So I think that's a very nice little touch. It's very subtle, but it's there. And it's a very nice touch at the end of the day. Now let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed this video. Oops, the tires fell. You know, I'm just gonna put the tires aside first. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys would get this particular trailer set. Now I think this is something that a lot of you are gonna sleep out and miss out on. But dude, you know, if you want to elevate your dioramas or your collection, I think this is something you cannot skip out on. Now, before we continue, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because every week, guys, we get new cars in the collection to review, and each week it just keeps on getting better and better. So do make sure you click on the subscribe button, which is somewhere down here. Obviously, drop a comment, click on the notification icon for more updates in this channel. And lastly, I want to thank ours Vending for sending this particular trailer over once again. Now guys, they do send me cars every week to review, and so do not miss out on them, guys. And this is something that I think you cannot skip out on. I think it's something that is very unique, and it's something that will elevate your collection. Once again, let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed this video. But just like, guys, if this video is over, I'll see you in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.